Hello, everybody. Good evening and good morning and good afternoon.
早上好，午安。
I'm very delighted today.
非常
We have the opportunity
有咁嘅機會
discuss this subject
同大家討論呢一個話題，
with so many languages and so many translators.
透過咁多個唔同嘅語言。
First, I say thank you so much, our translators.
想喺呢度多謝咁多位嘅翻譯員。
First, why I want to talk about this subject?
首先，點解我想講呢一個話題呢？
Because
係因為
originally the Tibetans born incredible high altitude.
喺西藏嘅人喺
And then
高海拔嘅地方度生活。
mostly they are nomadic life. Until recently, there is no electricity, road, newspaper,
而一路都
any
冇
media,
人，直至最近
shops,
其實一路都係冇電力、
no vegetable farms, nothing.
蔬菜、報紙、
So
田等等。
99%,
所以
99.99% people,
99%
they are
嘅人，
not vegetarians.
佢哋都唔係食素為主嘅。
However, last a decade,
但係喺過往嗰10 年，
there's some vegetarian movements going on.
全球都有啲素食嘅
That is
運動。
seems good, but so much argument,
呢個原因
vegetarian and non-vegetarians,
但係就會引起好多素食
non-stopping
非素食者
arguments.
不停嘅爭議。
A decade, maybe over a decade. So that is
所
too
以
much.
實在太多
Never
啦，
dissolve.
永遠呢一個爭議都唔能夠完結。
And then also I realized
我亦都發現
non-Tibetans,
非西藏嘅人
also
亦都
people have very different views.
有好多唔同嘅睇法。
Vegetarianism and vegans and meat eaters,
素食、純素或者
everybody have
者
so much
大家都有
different views.
唔同嘅睇法。
The different views okay, but so much argument.
呢啲唔同嘅睇法原本係冇問題，但係就
It
有
seems like never understanding each other.
彷彿大家都唔係好理解對方，
And sometimes not even respect
甚至係唔尊重對方
their religion, their philosophy,
對方嘅宗
and
教
their limitations.
一啲規範。
It seems like many people even develop so much frustrations,
而且大家都
different viewpoints,
對於唔同嘅睇法，
different way of living, survival,
唔同生存嘅方式，
and sometimes maybe more than frustration,
甚至
anger,
係沮喪、
and even
憤怒
hatred
或者憎恨。
possible. If like this,
如果係咁樣嘅話，
then is even some people try very hard to be ethical and virtuous
就算有一啲人嘗試好有
and make huge effort to be vegetarian or vegan.
而俾咗好大嘅
Some meat eaters, even they try very hard to become a vegetarian.
或者一啲肉食者亦都好努力
Whatever it is,
去食素。
at the same time, if you have too much judgmental for others,
不論點樣都好，
and then
如果有
you
太
have
多
too
嘅
much
批判
frustration and anger,
或者太多嘅恐懼，甚至
all of
憤
them,
怒，
if we developed it,
如果咁樣嘅話，
then kind of defeating.
咁就抹殺咗
You try to be virtuous, you cultivate virtuous actions,
大家呢一個
and you try to be
道德
ethical.
嘅同埋
All of them
德嘅
kind of
一個行
you
為。
defeated. So that's why for me is motivate, try to discuss with this subject. So hopefully
就令到我
somehow
同大家
we
傾
can
呢一個話題，
resolve these
睇下可
problems
唔可以溶解呢一個
and we
紛爭，
hope we can understand each other.
同埋希望可以增加
As same as
大
of
家嘅
course
理解。
meat eaters also sometimes they have
有時一啲肉食
maybe
者
wrong views or misunderstanding
可能會有一啲誤會、
and even some judgmental make fun of
批判
the vegetarianism
素食
and
者
veganism.
或者純素
All of them is something we don't need.
呢啲都係唔需要嘅。
But the problem when I analyzed where they come from,
但係當我
how
哋
come like this?
個源頭喺邊度嚟？點解會有呢一
It
個情
seems
況？
like everybody has,
似乎每個人
not everybody, but a majority
唔係每
people,
個人，但係大部分
those
人
who arguing, I'm not talking about everybody, those who arguing and frustrating and big judgmental, all these people,
有批判
it seems like
自有誤解嘅人，
the idea of veganism or the idea of meat eater or whatever
對於素食或者
is
肉食
don't see the whole picture,
佢哋睇唔到成件事，
not examined carefully
而亦都冇好好咁樣去審視
all the situations
所
and the possibilities.
嘅可能性
So therefore,
同埋建議，
you see only more gross level
所以只可以
or superficial of level of
表
reality,
面
but you don't see every detail
上
and every
睇唔
individual's
到
differences.
每一個細節
It seems like
為
that's the
大家
problem.
嘅分別，呢個似乎就係個問題所在。
And also, sometimes people mixed what they bring up, where they come from, what they brought up,
而且有時
the background,
大家
the
會將
culture,
自己嘅背景
and
或者文
what
化、
are the reasons to be vegetarian or veganism,
素食嘅原因，
meat eater.
或者食肉嘅原因，
The reasons very different, but then they mix up together. So then this lead into confusion.
佢哋選擇素食嘅原因可以好唔同。
First, I think we have to understand if you are vegetarian or vegan, we have to understand for what reason you are becoming.
大家就可能會有混亂。
And also, even you are meat eater, what is the reason behind you eat meat?
其實素食或者肉
Because all meat eaters,
最重要
why
係
they eating is not same reason.
點解素食或者點解
And or vegetarian or veganism, they also not same reason.
食肉嘅人可能同食素嘅人背後嘅原因係唔同。
For instance,
例如
in Tibet,
喺西藏入邊，
if there's a vegetarian, I don't think I ever send vegans there, but
如果有一位
even they're vegetarian,
西藏應該冇純
their
素
reasons
但係
always
有一位素食者，佢哋嘅理由
religious reason,
通常都係同宗教有關，
not much any other reason.
而唔係大部分時候亦都係因為其他原因嘅。
Non-Tibetans,
但係
Westerners,
西藏嘅人，例如
many
西
others,
方嘅人，其他人
you have a different reasons to be vegetarian.
會有其他嘅原因去變成素食者。
Some of you purely health reasons.
有一啲人純粹係因為健康理由，
Sometimes, particularly
甚至乎
your own something to do with your own illness.
係同自己身體
Sometimes not
毛病有
particularly
關，
illness, but in general health reasons.
或者係因為
Not in spiritual reason
並唔係因為靈性
and
嘅
no other reason.
或者其他嘅原因，
And then some of them is environmental
而有一啲人
reasons.
係因為環境
Nothing to do with health, nothing to do with
健康
religious
冇關係，
reason, spiritual
宗
reason,
教靈性都冇關係，
and some of them
而其
are
他人
spiritual reason.
可能就係因為靈
But
性嘅
seems
原
that
因，
one is very little,
但係嗰一部
not
分
a lot.
會比較少，並唔多。
Some of them, I would say, ethical reasons.
有一啲人係基於道德嘅原因，
You feel as this is right.
覺得呢件事係啱嘅。
As same as the meat eaters, the majority of the world in this world, they are meat eaters.
而大部分喺呢個地
And we know that.
嘅人都係肉食者，我哋都知道呢一點，
But it's different reasons.
但係都可以有唔同嘅理由。
There is major religious meat eaters, such as Christianity.
可以
It
有
seems like
原因，例如基督教，
you eat meat is totally right because God created for you to eat.
彷彿 基
Am
督
I right?
教食肉係完全正確，
And
係造物
Muslim
製造咗肉
and
類，
Jewish, they only eat certain type of meat,
嗯
certain type of animal, certain type of way of kill, not any way killed,
就係食某一種嘅肉
have
類
to be in different way of
動
killing,
物。猶太人亦都係，
but nothing to do with animal. No reason of the, as far as I know, I'm not expert, but as far as I know, as far as I read the information, as far as I have conversations with them, it's nothing to do with animal, is only purely for your sake of yourself. The idea come from.
係出於自身嘅原因，
Okay.
個動物係冇關係嘅。
Then Hindus have little different. Hindus have so much branch,
有好多嘅
many different branches, so it's hard to know all of them.
所以會比較難去知道佢哋每一個嘅支流派別。
They are not like a Buddhist.
但係佢哋同
They're more close to the Buddhist, but it's not like Buddhist reasons.
比較相近，但係就唔係同佛教一樣嘅。
Then many people assume all Buddhists are vegetarian.
亦都有好多人會假設
But the truth is,
佛教徒就係
majority of Buddhists
實際上就係
are not vegetarian.
佛教徒並唔係素食。
Only tiny fraction of Buddhists are vegetarian.
少部分嘅佛教徒係食素嘅。
There's many different reasons, but we're not going to talk details of that yet.
但係我哋就唔討論太多細原因。
But what I want to talk about,
我想講嘅係
Buddhists try to be vegetarian, have a reason.
佛教徒
And Buddhists are not
原因嘅。
Buddhists are eat meaters. They are different than the other meat eaters.
的話
The other religious
同其
meat
他
eaters.
肉食者或者其他因為宗教而食肉嘅人係唔同嘅。
Buddhist point of view,
佛教徒嘅角度
you killing for purpose to eat
為食用嘅
is
原因
100% wrong.
係100%錯
No
誤嘅。
excuse.
呢個並冇任何嘅藉口。
Don't have any other excuse. Not only you directly kill, but also you pay to kill, or you agree to somebody kill for you. All of them is 100% wrong. There's no excuse.
輔助人哋殺生，
Okay.
因為你而殺
You
生。
may think, if that case, why the majority of Buddhists are meat eaters? Some individuals maybe have different reasons,
有一啲人可能
but the
有唔同嘅
majority
原因
of Buddhists
但係大部分嘅佛教徒
they're not eating meat, or it is Buddha create for them is should eat, not that. It's not like particularly where have to kill and then should eat, not that.
佢哋並唔係會想
They only
而去
kill and eat is not enough discipline,
佢哋殺生
not enough
大部分都
to
係因為
sacrifice
唔夠記
oneself for others. They already know it is wrong. Never think is something to right thing to do,
奉獻
the
嘅
same as the other religions. Not that way.
佛教徒係知道呢個
They
係錯
already
誤
know
嘅，
is wrong, but I'm doing the wrong thing. Somehow I didn't have a choice.
但係佢哋覺
But
得
no choice means
選擇底下
doesn't mean totally no choice. Of course, you have choice to sacrifice yourself, even you are dying
縱使其實
hunger.
並唔係真係冇
But I
選擇
can't do that much sacrifice. I'm
都
not
係可以選擇
that good yet.
犧牲自己嘅
So they
大我
kill
避免殺生，
with guilt and humble,
係並唔係每一個
and
人
then
咁樣
try to prayer or
所以
whatever
佢
they
帶
can
住
do many
內
things.
疚去殺生，
Not just prayer when you killing, but entirety life remember or any of you kill and drink the milk from the babies, eating the meat, all of them, they're feeling indebted. They're doing this way. I'm talking about the majority of Buddhists. I'm not talking about some individuals have definitely different reasons. That's hard to know. You can't say each one. But why I'm telling you this? Because if we know all the reasons, all the pictures, then we going to be less judgmental. So that's what I'm telling. So you see, very different reasons. So that means it's very hard to say who is 100% right, who is 100% wrong. But if we, without analyzing, without examining carefully, if we just looked roughly, we presume which way is right, then, oh, definitely the vegetarians and the vegans, they are the right, but the vegans definitely more correct than vegetarian people. The meat eaters, the worst. Okay, that is definitely everybody gets. Without analyzing, be carefully. So, but there's a reason why people see this way. Because if you are vegetarian, if you are vegan, whatever your reason behind, when we talking about something, who's right or who's wrong, we talk about ethical reason, right? Or philosophical reason. Then they are more right. Why is it right? Because their eating is not flesh. Their eating is not blood, not bones, and never killed directly animal. So therefore, looks nice and correct. Only looks, not the reality is correct. If you have that question, that means then we have to take another step. Means we have to go more deeper level of examine, not just rough idea, presumption. So then we have to analyze many angles and many individuals, whatever their reasons. So then we will see what happens. But if I'm the judge, if I'm judge, if people let me judge, I have no choice, I have to judge. I have only 2 boxes
係要我去
to
審
tick.
判。如果其他人要我
Say
審判
vegetarian and vegan, or 3 boxes, okay? Meat eater,
我要
which one correct?
邊一個係正確？究竟
You have to tick
素者、純素
or
者或
cross.
者肉食者？
Or you can leave empty or tick, or you can tick numbers. You have no any other chance to say anything or explain anything or debate or anything at all. What I do the vegan number 1.
如果要將3個排序，淨係可以用剔
second,
或者寫
the meat
數
eater,
冇
but
任何討論嘅空間，
I do
咁
that.
我就會排純素者為先。
But why I have to do this? Because I have no other choice.
肉食者就最後。點解我
You
會
don't
咁
have
揀？係因為我並冇選擇，
chance to explain.
因為
Then I do this.
並冇空間去討論同埋解釋。
Why I do that?
點解我會咁樣選擇？
Because vegan have less
因為純素者
to harm sentient beings.
係最細機
And
會
then
傷害
vegetarian
到，
a little bit more, but still less
素
than
者有
eat
多
meat eater.
少機會，但係都總會比肉食者傷害眾
The
生嘅機會
meat eater, every individual meat eater is bad. I cannot say that, impossible.
我並唔可以講
But
每一位肉食者都係
have more risk
壞嘅，
to be wrong.
佢哋有更加大嘅機
So
會，
therefore, I have no
犯錯
choice.
嘅。
I have to leave that is bottom.
所以我並冇選擇，淨係可以將佢哋排到最尾。
Okay. Now, in my point of view, what is important, what is not important
喺我嘅角度，咩係重要，
is
乜嘢係唔重要呢？
first we have to know
係首先，
are they meat eater
我
or
哋需要知道
they are vegan or vegetarian. We have to know the reason, what the background, what their reason.
肉食者茹素
We cannot judge very quickly
嘅
or
選
anything.
擇嘅理由。
So then is question. That's why, okay,
Okay,
meat,
yan.
eat meat. Okay, first I would say before that, if it's me,
如果係我，
the vegan and vegetarian people with reason of environmental reason,
如果係
I don't have huge knowledge
純素者
on that.
係因為環境嘅原因，
So I prefer
素的話，
no say nothing, no comment.
我對呢一方面並冇太深嘅知識，
If I comment,
我就
only
冇
guessing,
評論啦。
presumption.
因為如果我嘅評論咧係基於
If they health reasons,
假定嘅，
I have nothing right to say anything.
如果係因為
I'm not expert
我亦都唔係一個
anything
專家去評論
for
去
this.
講任何嘢。
Even the religious reasons, religious means fundamentalist religious reasons.
最根本
If
嘅
they
宗
are
教原因，
Christian and their reason, what they believe,
如果係
Muslim,
因為
Jewish, Hindu,
宗教嘅理由，
Jainism,
印度教、
Buddhist,
穆斯林
I have nothing to say.
而食
Even Buddhist,
食肉或
the
者
meat eater Buddhist,
冇評
what they give the reason, the vegetarian Buddhist, they give the reason. I just, okay, I respect your point of view and your own reason. I have nothing to say. I have nothing to judge.
如果係因為呢啲宗教原因選擇咗去食素，例如一個
I'm talking about either they're vegetarian or vegan or meat eater. Either way,
冇嘢去
I have no judge. I feel not comfortable to comment on anything. But what I would like to discuss today,
但係我今日想講嘅係
if we go spiritual reason,
如果我哋去講靈
ethical reason,
道
I mean global, how to say, not particularly religious reason,
並唔係
not even
宗教嘅原因，
fundamentalist Buddhist reason,
甚至唔係最
but
基本因
more
為教嘅原因
spiritual,
但係一個
logical, and
更加宏觀嘅靈性，
more, how to say, more comprehensive philosophy reason.
或者一個更深層次
I
嘅
have
原因。
some opinions.
咁我對於呢一個係有一啲意見嘅。
That opinions is still based on Buddha's Dharma,
而我呢一個意見
but
係基於
not fundamentalist
佛學嘅，
Buddhist point of view. So I would like
法
to discuss
並唔
in
係
that point of
純粹
view.
以一個佛教徒
So I hope we can discuss
嘅角
in
度
that point of view. I don't like to argue a different background reasons try to argue, because I see that is really waste time energy.
我並唔喜
You
歡
never agree.
一個
Many years you argue. You only develop
嘅原因，
anger,
因為對我嚟
resentment,
講呢一個係花
judgmental,
時間，
and
只
so on and so
係
forth.
會引起好多唔同嘅批判、唔同嘅
But that doesn't mean
憤怒。
I'm not appreciate your opinions. I will totally receive your opinions today, because this is only time we can discuss this heavily.
呢個並唔等於我唔重視你嘅意見，因為呢一個時間係我哋唯一可以
So
深度討論呢一個話題嘅時候。
in my point of view, as I said before,
正如我之前所講，我嘅角度，
if we look at the surface,
如果
our society, our humanity
面嚟
becomes
睇
more vegetarian
我哋嘅社
and
會
more
係
vegan
趨
or
向
whatever.
素食化嘅主義嘅，
It looks nicer.
呢個表面睇落係比較美好嘅，
So I have zero objection on that.
所以對於呢一樣，我並冇任何
But
反對或者
spiritual reasons, I cannot judge somebody's meat eater is non-spiritual and
但係喺精神嘅層面
somebody's vegetarian or vegan
批判一個
guarantee spiritual. I don't know.
係因為佢冇靈性上嘅追求，
Because I saw many vegans and vegetarians also,
亦都唔可以話
they
素
have so much anger and judgmental and many things.
有呢個靈性上
So
嘅
then,
我並唔可以咁樣，
oh,
並唔知
what
道
is that? That kind of. Meat eaters, I'm not saying not that, of course. But
因為我見到
the
素食者
danger is
同埋
meat
全素
eaters,
者
more danger.
有
So that's why if we look at meat eaters,
可以有呢個憤怒，同埋都可以有批判。
are you eat meat? Oh, this is God created for me, and of course I eat. I go fishing
唔係話肉食者就
to
咁樣嘅，
for eat because fish is God give me. It's mine, in my food. Are you doing this way?
食肉嘅原因係咪因為
Or
動物者製造咗肉，或者甚至製造咗
you
等等嘅食物，
not thinking God or anything, but
啲屬於你而
oh,
你就食咧？
you see as a fish is just food or for fun to fishing.
或者有一啲人
Your
覺得
meditation.
呢一啲只不
Fishing
過
is your you see as meditation, you have peace in mind,
見到一個魚就
have to be cost other sentient beings' life.
覺得釣魚係一種
You see in that way? Do you see in
係一種佢哋嘅名
you
嘅
hunt
方式，
sentient the creatures for fun,
令到佢哋會有一個平靜嘅感
or
覺。
you kill them for eat for food? You only see in the food there are food
得到一啲內心嘅平靜，或者
that I think is 100% wrong.
或者用
In
嚟
my point of view, that is 100% wrong.
純粹為食物
It's so terrible.
傷害到眾生。喺
It's
我
so simple. You just have to
百
put yourself in the shoes, their shoes, but you even didn't do that.
呢個
So
係
that means is you are just only programmed, like a machine, not like human.
只需要將自己當
Because they have
有情
fear and
角度去睇，
feeling and joy, everything
其實就
has
會知道呢
exactly we have.
個唔好嘅事。
So therefore, and then some people not like that way. You feel you didn't thought about nothing. Just meat is all come from shop
有啲人甚至
or food,
並冇
but
人
you didn't even aware is animal
淨係覺得呢
and the
啲係
sentient beings. You
淨
didn't know that?
類就係食
That's
物，
just ignorance.
並冇意會到其實係有眾生因為咁
And
樣
some people know is animal.
係生命嚟嘅。
You don't have this
就係冇
fundamentalist religious view as well, but you still just didn't think much. Just I like meat. That's it.
有一啲人知道可能係眾生會受到傷
Then
害，
always you thinking, oh, how is good for me, eat and taste
想
and
像到
nothing else.
呢一個係
That's
美
also
物對自己好，
it's just kind of animal, right? Animals, just we are just animals. And then before I said the many Buddhists, they just kill, eat, even they know it's bad.
我之
They
前講
100% believe it's bad, but still
有
they
一
do.
啲佛教徒知道
That's just lack of
8%唔好
lack of discipline,
但係佢都會照做，
lack of tolerance. That's all.
係基於缺乏
A little bit better than not even aware, not even I believe. Little bit better. But then some of them do try to really hard to repay them. Try really hard.
有一啲
That's
可
one
能
little bit better,
唔覺知，
much better.
但係亦都有一啲人會好努力咁樣補償翻，
But
啲係
other people,
係
some
會
of the
冇覺知好多，
vegetarians, say, "Oh, I'm vegetarian, only eat fish and chicken."
有一啲話
So their vegetarian is very limited.
但係就會食
You are not vegetarian.
或者食
You just say, "I don't like red meat." That's all.
呢一啲其實只不過係非常之選擇性去食素，
And then
並唔係素食者，只不過
some of them point view, "Oh, I'm a vegetarian because the factories so much suffer these
而有一啲
chickens
人
and these animals and the cage."
係因為
But if they grow up in the farm, very nice life, then it's okay to kill and eat.
但係如果發現喺自己
That one is little bit considered, but still
佢哋都會照食肉。
You didn't thought about if it's me, somebody say, "Oh, I keep you for purpose of kill, but you can enjoy until time to you kill."
咁嗰啲
Are
就
you
冇
happy?
換位思考。
Enjoy?
如果
Grateful?
你係俾人飼養，
Didn't thought about those
因為
things.
將來
And then some people say, "Oh,
但係
we
喺
have to kill, no choice.
個過程入邊有個好嘅環
We
境，
feel very bad, but we have to kill, no choice,
都唔會覺得好
because we
開心。
have to feed the family."
而亦都有啲人覺得殺生佢
Then
哋
other people say, "Oh, yeah, that's definitely, of course."
需要食物
But
去
even that, if we think really carefully, is not good enough. Why?
呢一個理由亦都唔係
Because
最合理嘅、最好嘅。如果你細心想想，
if somebody say, "Can I kill your son or daughter
有人話我可
because
唔
I
可以
need to
殺
feed
咗
my family?"
你嘅
Or somebody don't even ask it, just kill your son and
家
daughter
人或者你嘅仔女，因為
because I have to kill, no choice, because I have
人
no feed
我
family.
冇選擇，我一定要殺咗你嘅屋企人先至可以帶食。
I'm just telling you example. Okay? It's not usually we don't kill humans for feed human, but
係只不過係一
but doesn't matter
例
if
子
that possible. How you feel?
會殺人類嚟做食物，但係如果真係有咁嘅
Then
情況
maybe the arguments, "Oh, not same, humans not same, even animals not same.
可能話
Oh,
人
insects
唔
and
同
these small animals killed doesn't matter." But if you don't kill chicken or pig, or especially I loved ones, dog and these things, cat, very, very biased.
咁呢一個
How do you know
其實就係一
the
個
small
好
animals
法
have no feeling, no fear, they not enjoy to live in?
嗰啲小
How do you
嘅
know?
並冇感覺咧？
So we have to think of those things.
所以我哋要思考埋呢一啲。
Okay. Now, the most difficult subject is people say, even you not kill,
嘅題目就係
even you never kill directly, even you no request to
就算
kill
你冇
for you anybody, even you not agree and really care any particularly animals for you to,
作任何
but
嘅殺
if
業，
you buy meat,
但係如果你買肉，
that is exactly same killing
呢一個都係同一個程度嘅殺生，
because you contribute
因為
the killing industry. You donating money for
因
kill.
為你嘅行為直接
So that is equal
鼓勵
you
咗
kill.
肉食嘅
That's vegans and the vegetarians criticism
食嘅
to
層，
the meat
所以
eaters.
你係貢獻咗，令到有殺
The
生嘅情況。
strongest point of view,
呢個係
they say that.
素食者或者純素者，
But I think that one is a little bit difficult, not easy to judge that way.
呢一個討論點係比較困難嘅。
If you presume without huge analyze, much more refined way,
如果我哋再
then yes,
咁樣分析
yes,
嘅話，
everybody say yes, of course, agree, obvious, obvious.
咁好多
But I
人會
think
覺得
if
係
we
好明顯嘅。
look carefully in Buddha's point of view,
但係如果我哋從佛陀
karmic
角
point
度
of
去
view,
睇，
then it's not that simple
業力嘅角度去睇，其實並唔係咁簡單，
because something to do with the karma.
因為呢個係同業力有關。
Again, I want to say, I'm not saying they're not contributing. I'm not saying the meat eaters should do this, no problem. I'm not saying that.
肉食者可以，
But also, I'm not saying, oh, it's equal or you
或者
kill.
冇貢獻到殺生嘅行
For me, it's very hard to say that.
對我嚟講
So
係
that's why I want to give you guys just few points to analyze.
我想同大家分享幾個分析嘅點。
So the points according to Buddhism,
而呢幾個分析嘅
the essence of Buddhism
係從佛教
means the subtleness of the core Buddhist teaching, not some particularly sutras, quotes we take literally.
而出發嘅。
Okay? In that point of view,
喺呢一個角度，
everybody have to die.
其實每一個人
Nobody's
死亡，
never die. Everybody have to
並
die.
唔係並冇任何人可以
But
逃過。
everybody's death is their own karma.
而每一個人嘅死亡
Own karma.
自己嘅業力有關，
Nobody's die without death of karma.
冇人會唔
The
係
time of death,
自己
everything,
嘅業力而
you
死亡。
already created that karma already. So it looks like these factories, this meat industry, everybody is killing them for no reason,
所以縱使睇落肉食嘅工
for wrong reasons.
好似係因為錯誤嘅理由，或者甚至
They die
發生
because of them, because of meat eaters.
表面佢好似因為肉食者而殺生嘅。
If you look that way, then you forgotten the karma.
如果你由呢
You forgotten the karma,
咁你
and
就
or each sentient beings and their karma, you forgot.
每一個有情眾生都有自己
And
嘅
you
業力，
are, without their karma, they're killing. You taking their life. Then you out of the Buddha's teachings. So I am not sure that is 100% correct
咁呢一個並
as
冇
well. I'm not saying
何教導嘅
you
原
make
則，
very carefully understood. I'm not saying this meat business people.
我並唔係
I'm
話
not saying they make bad karmas. Of course they're making bad
佢哋
karmas.
冇做到一啲
I
惡
even
業，
who buy
依
meat,
然係有
I'm not
做到。
saying they never make bad karmas.
我並唔係話買肉嘅人冇做到惡業，佢哋亦都係有
They,
惡業嘅。
there is chance they're making bad karmas, definitely.
佢哋係有一個可能性
But I cannot say
惡業，
100% everybody
但我並唔
definitely
話
making bad karmas who
每一
is
個
buy meat and
每
contribute
一
to
個
that
買
industry.
肉或者喺肉食
That's
嘅工業入
is
邊都
very
係
hard to
100%
say.
有
Why?
一個
Because then
惡業。
I kind of destroy the core of Buddhism.
我點解唔可以100%講？係因為我唔可以
Buddha's philosophy,
唔考慮
the most
佛教
detailed and
教學最核心關鍵嘅部分。
comprehension. So that means you have to understand the karma. If If we have to understand perfectly this part, we have to understand perfectly karma.
如果我哋需要
So
明
that
白呢一
means
個課題，我哋必須要明白業力。
the meat business, if they doing this only for self-cherishing, self-preservation, of course, they're making bad karma because they choose this
自身嘅原因
kind of wrong job. There is many other choices.
嘅話，咁當然佢哋係製造
But they making own karma
因為佢
is nothing to do with the sentient beings die, their karma. It's totally separate, okay? Separate. Karma is only individually
但係佢哋製造嘅惡業
made it and experienced individually themselves. Not your karma, I experience it. My karma, somebody else
佢哋所
experience.
產
Never.
本身嘅業力其實係分開嘅。
That's impossible. That if that possible, then there is no natural law. There is no fairness. There is no fairness of natural law. That's why no
個
possible.
業力係個人嘅，係自身承受嘅。如果唔係咁樣，就會違反咗一個自。
Is that means the meat eaters buy meat
唔會
without
人
killing,
嘅業力嘅。
without agree. It's not really agreeing, but they buy meat. Maybe they have different reasons. Some is a health need meat. Some is addicted with meat.
可以有好多原因，
Some whatever reason.
因為健康嘅因素，有啲
They're
係
not
為
agreeing
咗食肉，可以因為好多唔同嘅
killing
原因，
or any of those things.
並唔代
But
表佢哋
their discipline is not enough.
眾生
They sacrifice,
只可以
they cannot sacrifice their own
自我犧牲，
addiction or health.
犧牲自
That's
我
why they buy.
或者
That's why they're eating. Is that means they have no bad karma?
毅力係有問題，
My answer,
係咪
there is possible bad karma.
係咪等於呢一個係冇惡業咧？我嘅答案係
But
係
cannot
有可能
guarantee,
性
cannot
喺一個過程
cannot have bad
做咗惡業
guarantee bad karma, cannot
並唔可以
guarantee
100%
have no bad karma.
去肯定
Why?
否定有冇惡
Because what depend how they. This is very important. Sometimes people, the bad karma seems like in the meat. People see it that way, is in the meat. So the sentient beings, they killed, they die with fear and suffering. So this energy and whatever they stay in the meat. So if you eat it, then your body's effect, your spiritual effect, because that of
係會
negative
帶咗好多嘅
negative energy.
同埋一啲負面嘅能量。
That is nothing to do with
當食咗
Buddhism.
呢一啲肉類嘅時候，亦都會
That is your
伴隨
your
住呢一
philosophy.
啲惡業。
Somehow, whatever
呢
related with your this.
個
Because
係
why? Because Buddhism
個人嘅相信
never think
同
this
佛教並冇關係。
substance, these particles is not virtues, is not non-virtues, is not negative, is not positive. Nothing.
因為對於佛教嚟講，
Or negative, positive,
no
or
harm.
bad karma,
Yeah.
good karma, everything
Everything
have to
okay,
come from
fine.
your
So we
own
say-
perspective, own
究
intention,
竟係好啊，定
motivation.
係壞啊？
With
佛
this,
教所專注
not
嘅
in the substance.
點嗰度係喺你食嘅時候
That means
係一個
you
咩
have to understand this.
心念
They go more deeper,
究竟係
deeper.
有乜嘢
Quantum
嘅
physics say, oh, particles go more deeper, smaller. Then it becomes energy,
my God,
becomes
it's
something
inside.
unpredictable. Yeah. then stops there. Science is only stop there. But the Buddha not stop there. He go further, non-physical, non-substance. Many people stuck with this substance, something negative, something bad energy.
嘅層面就係睇一個物理上
And also nothing to do with you do, other people's fear and scared and this negativity affecting you. That is nothing to do with Buddhism, nothing to do with Buddha's Dharma. So we have to understand that.
但係佛陀
So then that means if it's pure Buddha's Dharma, then is somebody cursing you, doesn't matter. They cursing every day you, they pray thousands to kill you, cursing you, never effect. Impossible. That's their problem, not your problem. But or still some Buddhists maybe do these things. That means they are fundamentalist. They take very literal. When I say Buddhist fundamentalist, I'm talking about people take literally such and such sutra said, oh, you can eat meat. Such and such sutra said, you cannot eat meat. All these things you take very literally, that I call fundamentalist Buddhist. But if you are really pure Buddha Dharma, you have to understand the entirety of the Buddha Dharma, and you have to understand the core important and the essence. So in that case, you cannot say who is put in the mouth meat is making bad karma, who put in is inside vegetable and no bad karma. You can't say that. In general, looks like this, but individually not like that black and white. So that's why. This is for some people may be difficult to understand. But I want to give you very simple idea. One, vegetables and crops, everything process, of course, you killed many sentient beings. And then meat, of course, you killed purposely. The other ones not purposely, but you don't care with careless. Sometimes purposely, sometimes carelessness. Either way, there is no avoid without killing sentient beings to eat anything, to drink anything, almost anything. And not only that, wear and all product, everything. So almost impossible. So that's why I say vegan is a little bit better than vegetarian, but still impossible 200% pure. That's what I'm saying. If you have to eat meat, if you cannot sacrifice or you have a reason should not sacrifice, then what do you have to do? The most important, you analyze yourself. How much you have determination and conviction and strong vow you never kill any sentient being directly.
同埋堅定嘅諗法去
How much you can sacrifice
唔會直接殺害
for this?
任何眾生。
Can you sacrifice?
犧牲幾多咧？為咗呢一樣嘢。
If you have to kill animals, otherwise you have nothing to eat. How much you can sacrifice?
如果你
Can you sacrifice 1 week
並唔會，你
or 2 weeks
話係唔會有嘢食的
or
話，
3 weeks
你究竟可以
1 month?
我犧牲而忍耐幾耐
Can
咧？
you eat only grasses
兩
and
個
not kill the animal if you have nothing to eat?
如果你唔殺生並
How much you can
話
sacrifice?
你會唔會可以去食草咧？究竟願意犧牲
Finally, can you sacrifice yourself, die, not kill the animal and eat?
甚至你可唔可以犧牲自己嘅生命
Yes or no?
而去堅持
How much you can
殺
go?
生，唔為咗食物而殺生咧？
Okay, even you cannot sacrifice yourself to die, but anything else, your belongings,
如果你唔可以犧牲自己
if you
嘅話，咁你會唔會可以
kill
犧
and
牲？
eat, then you don't have to pay nothing. But if you don't kill, then you have to cost all your money, all your property, all your belongings for 1 month.
如果你
Everything gone.
話
Can you sacrifice that?
擁有嘅嘢，例如
All these things we should analyze really
你嘅物
oneself.
你嘅錢，你會唔會可以犧牲嗰啲嘢咧？呢一啲都係我
And
哋
then
要自我分析
what
嘅
we
嘢。
should sacrifice, not sacrifice, sorry. We should analyze if
另外一樣需要分
I
析就
am
係，
cow or fish or chicken,
如果我係一個牛、一條魚或者一隻雞，
would I like my meat somebody eat
我
or
會
nobody eat?
想
What do you like?
我會想我嘅肉。
Of course, I'm not saying you anybody like to die. I'm not saying that. But if you die, you have to die, no choice.
冇人食咧，
You have to kill it. You're going to kill it, no choice. If that case, because you have karma to die. You have karma to somebody kill you. But then your meat, your blood, everything, would you like other people enjoy or nobody eat better for you?
並唔係話
Analyze that.
唔食肉的話就唔會有死亡，因為死
And
亡
then-
係同業力有關嘅。但係如果有死亡嘅時候，
Okay,
你會
maybe I like other people eat, enjoy rather than nobody eat. Maybe you can
人
think
哋
that.
去
Maybe
食用咧
it's，up to you. But if you do, okay, what kind of people you like to eat? Is somebody just see as like you food and nothing else eat,
可
or
能你會
would you like
如果係咁，情願
somebody
去
some people enjoy and thank you
食你
that
嘅
kind
肉
of
嗰個並
and
冇
eat
人
it,
食啦。但係如果係
or
咁，
somebody
想係一啲咩
really reflecting
去食呢
this
啲
is somebody's flesh,
咧？一啲
could be
係
my
覺
mother,
得你
could be
係
my father
一個食物
reborn,
嘅人啦，
or just whatever, or this poor animal sentient being dead because of their flesh, their blood, make cause of death. If that way better off, then always remember
定係一個
what
熱
I have eaten, not just
嘅嘢，
during the
因為
eating,
有一個眾生犧牲咗，
and
所以
always
會有佢嘅食物
prayer
嘅
and
人咧。
dedicate. That kind of person eat, or you prefer nobody eat, or you don't care these careless people eat, or this really considering person eat.
會為
Which one
咗
you prefer?
你嘅犧牲而祈禱或者回向， 你會係
If you are dead already, your meat, your flesh
定係一
in the
啲
shelf.
冇感覺嘅人當係食物嘅人去食？
Would you like vegetarians, vegans come say, "Oh, terrible"? Oh,
如果你死咗嘅話，你會唔會想一啲素
would
食
you like that? Or the
或
eat
者
meat and say, "Oh, yum, nice meat."
或者
Oh,
嘅血？
you like that? Or somebody say, "Oh, poor animal, I got to eat and I make prayer, make some connection." You know, poor sentient being died,
定係你會想
but it's so delicious. I'm so
可能
grateful.
會帶感恩嘅心？
Really, I really wish strongly may this mantra, may these things
為你
benefit
犧
these
牲
prayers.
回向
I always remember whenever I do
眾
accumulation
生
merit to meditation, dedication, everywhere I remember entire my life. Which one you like?
係食咗你嘅肉之後，
I
眾
think
生都會
if
覺
it's
得
too difficult to analyze, I would say,
回向嘅時候都
what,
諗起你
just
咧。
imagine yourself and which one you like, and you do the same thing. If you like, or nobody eat, or terrible
需要將
smell,
自己放
or
翻喺
terrible, these animals die, they have a
或者
fear
眾
and
生
bad
嘅角度
energy,
去
or
睇，
affect my body
就
or
會
my health.
眾生其實情願有
Do
一
you
個
like that?
乜嘢嘅人去對待佢。
Actually, that means extreme selfishness.
係一個對
You
人
know?
會覺得好嫌棄，覺得係一啲負面嘅能量嘅。
Some ways I see like that, it's extreme in selfishness. But I could be wrong, okay? So you can debate it for me. You can debate to me. I would say completely 100%.
係非常之自私嘅。
Okay. 100% open mind. And anybody can
個係
debate.
角度，
Anybody have chance to express
我係帶住一個
your
開放嘅
viewpoints.
心同埋角度，你
But
哋
have to be beneficial.
嘅諗法同我
Because all our time, energy, we are gathered together, everything we doing for some beneficial, some liberation,
討論必須要係有建設性，
not for silly reasons,
因為我哋嘅時間係要用
right?
一個
Otherwise, we waste our precious human birth, we waste our time, the precious time, we waste the translator's time.
並唔係用一啲
So I think I can stop here. And everybody have any discussions? Welcome.
咁我而家就喺呢度停啦。歡迎大家對
Okay, the
任
first
何嘅問題可以問。
is what exactly is a sentient being?
第一個
Because
問
do
題就
trees
係
and plants count as
究
sentient
竟有
beings?
情眾生係
Are
啲
they
咩？
sentient and we just can't see that they are
樹啊
sentient
嗰
beings?
啲或者植物算唔算係眾生呢？
Yes, good question.
定係
Good
純粹
question.
係因為我哋唔覺得佢係
So
眾生？
I think different religion or different schools, they have a different idea.
唔同嘅宗教有唔同
It's，very hard to say who's right, who's wrong.
比較難去決定邊一
I admit.
啱，邊一邊係錯嘅。
But in Buddhist point of view, Buddhist classifies in general, sentient beings means
喺佛教嘅角度，眾生嘅意思係
who has possessed the mind, not just physical body.
係除咗有
So
一
that means
身
they
體
have feelings, fear,
亦都有
joy, everything. So in that case, these insects,
Okay.
even flies, even they are very small,
係
worms, distance, they are
有
still
自己
categorized
嘅
as
諗法同
sentient
埋
being.
感受嘅，所以就算
Because
譬如一個烏
It's
蠅，
quite obvious.
總之
They
佢哋
have
好
fear. They try to
佢哋
seek in security, you know,
佢哋
everything.
係有感
So that's
覺，
why
能夠感覺到恐懼，能
the
夠
trees, plants, these
所以
things,
佢哋都算係眾生。
it's very hard to say it's not sentient being.
至於樹同埋
But
植物，
I think in
比較
Buddhist point of
難啲
view,
話佢哋唔係，
they not often
但係喺
classify as sentient being.
佢哋係比較
Perhaps they are not like independently moving, because they have to stack somewhere, and that's where only way of survive. So that's why his thinking is no sentient being. Having said that, still Buddha say no cut tree, no cut plants, no cut grass, and sometimes they classify
其實佛陀都有講
some
過
particularly
唔好斬
plants,
樹
those
或
things,
者唔好除
or object,
唔
even
好奔走
those
啲
things
草。
say could be sentient being, but in general not classified as sentient being.
都可以歸納為
So
動
I
物，
have no,
不過並唔係
I don't have, how do you say?
常常佛
I
教
cannot judge
都會
100% is they are not sentient
又
being,
或者植物當
but the
動身，
different schools do this way.
我並可以100%話佢哋唔
So that's why in our body
嘅體系有唔同嘅睇法。
and so many bacteria, all these things is very hard to say, even not sentient beings. Is
So-
one way I look at we are one
難
person
去將佢哋歸納
is
係或者唔係眾生，
a combination of trillions of sentient beings. So in that case, even we taking medicine, bacteria or whatever,
所以
all these things we killing
一
sentient
啲
beings.
抗生素的話都有
So that's why
會
is
傷害到眾生嘅。
eating meat or eating vegetable, whatever is, we cannot be very proud. Everything is pure. We never
所
kill
以
anything.
我哋食嘅係
It's
肉類
better to be
或者蔬菜
humble and
我哋都唔可以
and
100%好驕傲咁話我哋唔
build the
冇傷害
awareness
任何眾生，
and
大
mindfulness
嘅覺知
and
同
compassion
埋保持一個謙卑嘅
and
心
be humble.
卑嘅心，
Yeah, I think this way.
對我哋嘅食物表示感謝嘅。呢個係我嘅睇法。
Rinpoche, is it true that the smell of meat or blood or meat eaters doing tantric practice might offend the deities? And so should we be vegan during times of intensive practices or retreats?
有一個問題就係肉
Yes,
或者
okay.
血嘅氣
Again,
會唔會
some
喺修行嘅時候
religious fundamentalists,
得罪咗神明？
they say that way.
去修行嘅時候，
They say, oh, even we make so, we cannot put meat because Buddhas see as all sentient beings like mother. How can Buddha come and enjoy the soul? You killed mother and put their mother's meat, mother's flesh. And then some of them say, oh, you have to put meat because there is a
有啲話
so is a required meat, but only dead animals meat, not killed animals meat.
都係平等，點可以
Otherwise, they give the same reason, oh, Buddhas cannot accept killed mother's flesh.
有其他人就話
But
係可以，
those I call fundamentalist Buddhist.
但係
I'm not saying they are wrong, okay?
死去嘅
I'm saying they are fundamentalist way of taking everything literally. And you think that way, and there is some benefit to think that way. But Buddha is
一個基本嘅佛教
Buddha is not like emotional like us, enlightened beings is that's why, and they see all everything is illusion, and we are in illusion. Even we doing so, and if we good things, we doing even good things. That's only on our level. is nothing effect Buddha, impossible.
所有嘢都係一個
The only
都係
thing is bad and dangerous. If we have a bad understanding Buddhism and we think, oh, we have to have a meat, and then we don't kill sentient beings, killed or like caused to kill, or sometimes we just like to meet. That's why you excuses. That's why you just using sok is like excuse. And many people do that. Some people like alcohol, so their excuse is sok alcohol, and then drink and drunk, and all these things. I think we have to be careful. But the enlightened beings are the smell and they go away. No worry. Then why we put in the sok? Why the substance is the most dirty things you can ever imagine, the most scary things. So that's alone say very clear.
Okay. There's a few questions that are pretty similar, so I'll try to summarize, but they deal with, I can understand that there are, Vajrayana or Buddhist practitioners in Tibet or certain places where they don't have lots of choices and they can just eat meat, or for whatever circumstances they're have no choice or limited choice. But if we are in a world, in a place where we have lots of options and choices to not eat meat, to stop eating meat, because we can help be considerate to the animals and to the suffering of the animals that they go through before they're killed and the global warming. Shouldn't we be serious and stop eating meat if we have a choice?
因為就可以減少傷害眾生，同埋對於環境都會好啲。我哋係咪應該盡量選擇並唔食肉咧？
You say, oh, in Tibet you have no choice, that's why I eat meat. That is not the best excuse. A little excuse, yes, because very little options, and then yeah, you have to eat, but still maybe not zero option. At least you have only samba. All day, every time, every meal, you have only samba, nothing else. But you can still sacrifice meat. Some people can do that. And in Tibet also, we have that kind of, very rarely, but we have that kind of vegetarian people. Some of them, they're just born as they can't eat meat. They just can't stand the smell. Very rare, but there is. That is nothing to do with sacrifice. But some people really sacrifice, because in Tibet it's very dangerous. It's so important to sacrifice meat at that time. I'm not talking about now. Especially if you are a lama or something is high social state, then even more dangerous. Because if lama come, oh, there's nothing offer. There's no many options of food. The only meat is the number one answer. So they can slowly kill one animal. In Tibet, then we don't have shops. We don't have refrigeration that time. So you only have to kill fish. Winter, you have a frozen meat because naturally freezing. But the summer and those autumn, and we don't have meat, then you have to kill, or important lama gets to come, so they kill. So it's very dangerous. So therefore, Tolpo by Sheriff Johnson, he is a vegetarian entire life. That is incredibly necessary at that time. It's so dangerous, care directly for Lama. Okay?
喺西藏嘅時候，嘗試去食，
And then
但係比較
you saying
危險、比較困難嘅。
should we try be vegetarian as a possible? If you're talking about environmental reasons,
嘅喇嘛，因為當你
the
嚟
other
嘅時候，
reasons,
其他人因為款待
I guess so.
可能會將一啲活嘅生
I
物
say only that because I don't have full knowledge.
嚟招待同埋供養嘅。但係我哋亦
But
都有
what
喇
I
嘛
noticed
西藏入邊係終
when
身
people
都
say,
嘅。
oh, we shouldn't kill, we shouldn't eat meat, environmental point of view, sounds like nothing to do with the animal kill.
但
The
係
animal
當有啲人
only
講話，我哋
you care
唔應該去食肉
environment. So that means how many cars care? You don't care really,
環境嘅原因，
but you prefer not breathe,
方面並
not
唔係
breathe,
一個
breathe,
完全面嘅
not breathe cows or animals because you
似乎
worry
呢一個諗法並唔係從
the environment.
嘅角度出發。
You not really kill their life or their death, right? So then is I have nothing to say. Okay, oh, that's your view, maybe help, but who knows? But also that means forgot karma or you don't believe the karma. So I have nothing to say. But if you're talking about a spiritual point of view, we must be try to be vegetarian.
個環境嘅角度出發嘅話，
Individually,
似乎係
if you
有
have
諗
intention,
法，
or I
對
should
我
be
哋好
a vegetarian
去
because
選擇去
I
食素嘅，
contributing to
係
killing.
從
In
動
that
物
way,
角度出發，亦
no
都
problem.
冇考慮到
It's good motivation.
或者
Regardless the
教
wisdom
義
have limitation or not,
呢一方面我就並冇
but
意
good
見啦。
motivation. So it's virtues, thoughts. But if you want to control and oh, everybody have to do and protest or whatever, you try to control other people, I don't know. You can do that or not because is everybody has karma and everybody have shared karma we have to experience too. So I don't know that part.
Rinpoche, I'm going to read a comment next that goes with your what you
如果
said
你話
last.
一個靈性嘅角
And
度
could
或者
you
修行嘅角
respond
度，
and help
係因為
explain it
想
maybe from a karma point of view for us?
停
So the
止
comment
殺業
is,
嘅話，咁呢個
in
係
a
一個
world of
好嘅
only
諗法嚟嘅。
vegetarians
但
and
係如果你
vegans,
嘗試去
there would be very
其
few
他人
cows and
定
pigs.
殺生的話，咁
There
呢
could
一
be
個
very
就
few,
我
there
就
could
唔
be
知道
fewer
你做唔
rebirths
做
as
到啦。
these
因為每一
animals.
個人都有自己嘅業力，甚至我哋有大家嘅共業，所以就唔知道咁樣
So
到啦。
So from a karma point of view, does that logic right? Or do you have a response or?
So a karmic point of view, always have beneficial to have good motivation. And anybody can make any effort, good make effort
喺
is good thing to
呢
do,
個角度有一個好嘅
but you
發心
cannot expect
有一個好嘅想法
anything.
係好嘅，
Should not have any expectation, the result,
但係就唔應該對於個
but
結
you
果
can have
任
inspiration.
何期盼或者奢望。
You have to distinguish inspiration and expectation.
你可以有一個
Expectation you never should not have,
但係
but inspiration
應該
you always should have.
有一個期望。
Does that make sense?
Yes, it makes sense. I think the thing I'm curious about is it so straightforward that if we don't eat, if we limit the number of animals we eat, will there just be fewer animal rebirths?
Oh, Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Another way, that is our hypothesis. But we cannot judge this way. We cannot expect that way. It's unpredictable. But it's nice to have that kind of inspiration. Why nice to have inspiration? Because inspiration is virtuous and positive and give you a life, but expectation leading more likely leading you disappointment and discouragement.
In the Theravada tradition, monks can eat meat because when they beg for food, they're not supposed to choose what to eat. They're kind of practicing pure perception so they don't create. Is it right then that they don't create bad karma in that type of situation?
No, because Buddha didn't heavily dispute meat in Theravadan system, the fundamental Buddhism. He didn't. That didn't means, it doesn't mean zero bad karma. But of course, convenience, if monks only beg food, somebody give you meat, I say, oh, I don't want meat. It's not convenience. The meat gone in the mouth, the substance is not bad karma. Remember, the bad karma is only our intention and our attitude, these things. And then the other Mahayana sutras heavily Buddha heavily dispute. Why? Because Buddha have other reasons. Okay? Because so easy and dangerous to risk lose compassion, all these things if we addicted with meat and and lack of mindfulness and awareness and reflection, meditation. Without these things is a risk to lose compassion, take over by your attachment of meat and everything. So that's why Buddha did it. But again, I would say is not the substance is negative. It's not that. I would say substance level vegetable and meat is equal. The only problem is association of the mind, mental attitude and the intention and carelessness, all these things.
個問題就係嗰個心念有冇執着？
Okay, the next question theme is around the suffering. So one person says, Rinpoche, to prepare for this discussion, I watched a documentary about the meat industry. It showed the suffering that the animals are experiencing, and that suffering was as bad as some of the descriptions of the hell realms in the Lam Rim. This documentary is only a few years old, so it means that hell realms exist for animals now in Australia, and it was very disturbing. And another person asked, should we think about the suffering that the animals go through in these sort of farming situations before they die? So they're asking if we should be thinking about that.
Yes, of course. If you have some solution, you can think of that and you can make some effort for this with your good motivation. You never lose that merit forever. It's good to do, but without expectation. How much you can change. That's one thing. Second,
多啲想
Yes, tremendous sufferings, the sentient
有
beings.
啲咩可以做到咧？
But there are other sentient beings even more trillion times suffer. We don't see it.
呢個係可以嘅，帶住一個好嘅
But doesn't matter. We see it, this pains, and then we are emotionally
但係就唔好
very
期望
sad, and all of them is not bad thing, is good thing. But what transformation you have from this? Is anyway good way, a big awareness or anything good way, or just frustration and anger and just despondent, sad, that's all, or nothing else, or other transformations? If there's other little transformations, that's good. But again, maybe it's a good idea to think ourselves, these animals suffering. What would you like to, after you die, after suffering, nobody eating your meat, flesh, or somebody eating, somebody enjoy, or which one you prefer? Or you are so angry with them, so they cannot eat your flesh before they eat, disappear. You prefer that? Or still you prefer, oh, I died anyway, I have suffered for this anyway, so may any other sentient beings have no similar suffering? You think that way? Or at least somebody can enjoy my flesh? Hopefully somebody holy ones, somebody virtuous ones, who has awareness and mindfulness and compassion. I hope they're going to eat. I think always bring back with yourself and what you prefer. And maybe try to do that.
代入去一啲眾生嘅角度嗰度，當然係有好多嘅痛苦，但係亦都可以諗下，如果你係嗰個眾生嘅話，究竟你會想係既然死咗嘅話，會有一個道德高尚嘅人帶住感恩嘅心去食你嘅肉啊，定係一個帶住厭惡或者好污穢嘅心去看待你嘅肉咧？其實可以多啲帶住呢一個同情心或者
Sorry, I was gonna say that it's getting a little late, but we still have quite a few questions left, so I'll try to ask them in themes to try to make them go faster. There's a theme around what is our, it sounds like karma and intention is the thing that this depends upon for what we're eating. Is there any good reason or any good intention somebody can have for eating meat, or is it all just based on self-cherishing or an excuse? Is it possible to even have a good intention and eat meat?
Of course possible. Of course possible. Individuals possible. But some people using excuse that. They say, oh, I eat meat because I have compassion. This animal doesn't mean it really is. You don't know. But it's not impossible. Many people possible. That's why it's the most important to think, bring back oneself. Which one you prefer? Would you eat? You believe I eat it at least not wasted? Yeah, that's why you imagine. That's why I said on the shelf. If your flesh there, oh, nobody wanted. Oh, no. Some people said, oh, smell. Some people said, oh, negative energies inside. Or some people say, some people say, okay, that's worse one. oh, I don't eat meat because I go to hell.
或者
That's fundamental religious. Many people's
嫌棄
vegetarian reason,
你嘅肉，
oh,
甚至話
I don't
我
eat
唔可以
because
食肉，
I
因
go
為
to hell.
我會去落地獄
That's the
嘅。
worst.
呢一個係一個最差嘅原因。
Do you like that? If your flesh in the shelf,
如果
somebody come there and say,
死去嘅眾生，你會唔會想你嘅
oh, I don't want to eat because then I make bad karma and go to hell. Why?
覺得食咗你嘅肉
Why?
會令到佢
You didn't kill them.
同埋會落
Why you don't want to eat?
點解？
Why if you eat that, you'll go to hell? How come?
呢一個我殺業嘅話，點解
I
會
think that is extreme
會
selfishness.
落地獄咧？其實呢一個諗法就
Don't you see that way?
非常自私嘅諗法。
But I want to tell you this, the same time,
不過同一時間，
many Tibetans and Chinese Buddhist, the
好
tradition,
多西藏
they buy so
Okay,
many
okay.
fish and so many things
Okay.
buy many. And especially they buy a particular day, or this is full moon day, or this is the such Guru Rinpoche's day, such and such Buddha shamanism.
嘅魚
They buy many. So these killers know, oh, this day they're going to buy, so they catch even more, and they give a lot of money to give them. That means their intention is to try to save their lives.
特別係一啲特別嘅日
But
子，
what happens?
例如
You giving them so much money
去用好
so
多
they
錢
can
去買
kill more, they can catch more, and they can kill
嘗
more.
試拯救生命，但
So
係
I'm not saying bad, okay?
個方
I'm
式
not saying bad
都好多
because
錢去
their
買，
intention
可
is
能會
good
變咗鼓
to
勵
save animal.
其他人去殺
But they
更加
didn't
多
thought
更加多嘅
carefully
魚。呢
what
一
going to happen that
個意圖
that is really
係好嘅
huge support the killing industry. It's
So-
not why, oh, we are individuals just go and buy a little meat in supermarket. That's very little,
更
you
多
know.
係殺業。
But they buy so much Tibetans and Chinese. And sometimes they release wrong water and they're going to die,
當佢
all of
哋
them.
買咗好多好多嘅
So
魚，
I'm not saying it's bad, okay? Don't
But
worry.
將佢放
I'm
生
not
喺
saying
一
it's
個
bad,
破
but
嘅
we
水
have to
入邊
think
最
carefully.
終佢哋放生嘅眾生都係會死亡。
So
其實呢一
which
個
one is
並唔係錯，
make bad karma? You just eat a little bit meat and you pray this
但係
sentient being, or
係
you
要
give little bit money,
諗翻咁深層次嘅角度，
or you give a lot of money and try to
邊個係
save
好咧？食
them.
少少肉啊，定係
That
用
means you save the A, but you
定係用
make
好
kill the
多好多
B,
嘅
C,
錢去
D.
買，但係有機會佢哋最終係會
So I'm not still not saying it's bad,
我並
but
唔係話呢
it
一
is
個
think,
係
need to think
好，
carefully.
但係需要好細心嘅思考。
Do you agree?
你哋同唔同意？
How many people agree?
You can comment on Facebook or you can comment in the chat if you agree or disagree. You put your note. I'm going to try to get 3 more questions or so quickly in before we end. Another theme that's come up as an area of confusion in this talk, Rinpoche,
大家
is
有個
what
問題
counts as a sentient being, and should we count everything the same way? So
係咩
that's like,
Right.
is the
有情種
are the vegetables sentient beings? Are
每
the
一樣嘢
bacteria
都係
the same as an animal or human life, a sentient being in our
我哋
stomach?
而每一樣嘢
Another
都係
person
平衡
has now asked if water is a
係
sentient
水
being or a
啦
living creature that we can
物啦
change through
樹
our
啦
thoughts
或者
and
細
help
菌。
people. So what is a sentient being in Buddhism?
究竟喺佛
The
學
answer, I don't know.
係乜咧？
I'm not omniscient Buddha. I don't know which one is sentient being and which one is not. But I would say the most important,
本身咩先咩唔係？
we just have to live the life we thought
我想講
concerning.
我哋只
Why?
需要
Because we have to try our best we thought concerning. Because seems like sometimes people too much worry, too much concern,
需
too
要
much
好
anxiety, develop anxiety, you know, and
做
everything.
好我哋
But you not
過分嘅擔憂，
impacting anything to the world,
因為好
and
多時我
even
哋
you don't know how to
焦
live
慮好多嘅擔心，
life
但係其實咁樣係
more relaxed way.
咁樣係並
So then it kind of defeat
不
the
能夠
purpose.
對呢個世
So
界
we
有一個
don't
好
to
嘅
know
方
what
向
is sentient being or not. But
所以
doesn't matter
唔需要
how we
太過
can
擔心
live,
或
how
者
can we
唔
survive.
放
We thought the obvious level killing or harming other sentient beings as much as we can.
我哋只需要盡量
And some things we can't, we don't choice,
傷害
we
眾
just not worry about.
如果一啲我哋控
Always
制唔
try
到
the best, and then whatever happens, you
要
just
去
accept.
消化，其實只需要做好，
That's
盡我哋力
how
做
I live.
好，
So I have only this advice.
就好
I。don't know which one is sentient being or not.
呢個係我嘅生活嘅方式。
Okay, the next question is a theme that comes up every time we do this, which is if people have pets and their pets eat
如果有
meat,
一啲人係
should
有
they
寵
try to
物
turn their
而佢哋
pets
嘅
into
寵物係食肉
vegetarians?
嘅，
Or
將
what
寵
can they
物
do because they have to buy the
就
animal
將佢哋
meat
改變食素，
or some sort of fish because of its animal's health reasons, or that's what the animal
繼
eats?
續
What
去
do they
為
do
咗
with
個
their
寵物
pet?
而去買一啲肉食俾佢
Also, I
哋。
don't know if it's me, I don't want a cat. I don't want any animal keep
答案就係
because
我
so
都唔
much
做
time, energy,
如果
cost,
我咁嘅
everything.
話，
You kind
我
of
唔想要任何寵物，
wasting your precious
因為
human
需
life.
好多嘅生命
But
時間，
if you have some limitation
浪費咗。
and you need them, you have no choice,
但係如果你又
then I have sympathetic for you. Of course, you keep them. And I wouldn't try to be vegetarian, the cat. Whatever the cat, a cat, his own karma is whatever his own
但係
karma.
我唔會
You
將
can't stop.
貓變成一個素食
You，just,
因為
I don't know. You can try some mantras in cats here, ear, so they're here. So maybe one day I have some benefits.
你可以
But it's maybe difficult to be vegetarian, the
不
cat.
然嗰度話定
So
有一日會有改變，
and you can
但係其實就並
try
唔
to
知
help that car.
將佢哋
Cats
做
kill
素食者
things and you just pay for them or whatever.
如果佢哋真係殺，
If it's
咁你可以
me,
幫佢
I
哋，
wouldn't worry too much.
但係我就唔會太過擔心啦。
Okay. This is a comment on the animal release. Someone's commenting that they don't think that the act of mass animal life release is out of good intention. I think
有啲人並
people
唔
do
認
it
為大量
only to think of accumulating their own merit.
係
So this intention is also very
係有一
selfish.
個好
So it's a
嘅
comment.
意圖，有機會係為咗好自私咁樣。
And
And
the
so
last, because we were out of time, even though there's still quite a few more questions, the last like collection of questions falls into saving lives and natural death of animals and eating them. So some people on the stream are farmers, or they raise animals, or they just like to save animals because they feel badly when the animal is suffering. So they go to save the animal, but they don't really know because they think they're helping to save the animal from a lower rebirth. And so they would think that that would be a good chance, but they don't know if they're just, but at the same time, they also might still be eating animals, or maybe the animal needs to die and have its natural karma wear off. So they're not sure which is the best thing to do. Do you have any comments on that, Rinpoche?
That means the euthanasia?
No, maybe it's like, it could be somebody who saves one animal but still eats animals, or another person has a farm and they try to save their animals so that they can die like a natural death. But they're wondering if how that affects their karma, right? If they had a karma to go through an illness or suffering and they're saving it, which will help the animal have a better rebirth.
If you want a better rebirth animal, you don't have to save them. Whenever they have karma to die, you let them die, and you maybe do some prayers, and you try to make some connection with that animal, sound in their ears, the holy mantras and sound in ears, or something, the holy object in their eyes, try to see, or then you do some mantras and you blow them on the body and touch or something. Or these things you can try on pills, blessing pills, and let them eat in, and you know, like those things, and then you pray for them and very carefully as much as you can. Those things you should do if they if you wish to have a little bit help to better rebirth. But if you want the animal to have a long life, a little bit enjoy their life, then you just try to save them and put in your farm, and then whenever they die. And is these animals kill other animals, or you can't stop that. You just that's their own karma. I can't help. My help is only limited, so that's I can offer. So you offer that.
Thank you so much, Rinpoche, for giving us this teaching. It was very hugely requested from many students. So I hope everybody appreciate that. And thank you to all the translators who have translated it. They did record it for everyone who's asking about that. And this one will be available on YouTube. It is something that gets requested a lot, so we wanted to make sure you have it available. And Rinpoche has composed a prayer for us to help to do when we eat. So Sherab Gelma was going to help read that to conclude.
Thank you, everyone, your time and attention.
多謝各位嘅時間，呢一個
Om Ahung, Om Ahung,
講呢個
Om Ahung.
飲食供養祈願文。
Whatever food, clothing, and shelter that I enjoy in cyclic existence
流轉受用
has arisen only out of the hardships and sacrifices of others.
苦難犧牲來，
Recognizing my propensities for thoughtless laziness and pride, I will abandon them.
捨回向右。
I dedicate these enjoyments for the benefit of those whom I share a connection. Primordially pure Lama, nature of reality,
本性
Buddha of the Dharmakaya, think of me.
請念我發生
Effortlessly established, self-arisen Lama,
任運
Buddha of the Sambhogakaya,
請念
think
我
of me.
報身法，
Compassionate Lama who
慈悲
manifests for those
慈悲
suitable to be tamed,
請念
Buddha
我
of the Nirmanakaya, think of me.
祈請上師
Please look after all sentient beings with whom I have made a connection.
諸眾生。
With genuine gratitude for all my enjoyments, such as deliciousness, beautiful and nutritious food,
感恩得
warm and well-fitting
一切
clothes,
之我
beautiful
受用
ornaments and
豐
accessories,
收百
a
味
comfortable home, furniture and
辛
vehicles.
苦亂咁
All of this I offer to the Lama and the
識
three
穿戴
jewels.
顯莊嚴，
Out of great
Wow.
compassion, please accept this offering and bestow your kindness upon us.
此等共
I bring to mind everything that I enjoy connected to sentient beings
慈愛，
and linked to their deaths, such as their flesh, blood, skin, hair, bone, eggs, butter, cheese, and all manner of animal products.
蒙身所
May I
製
take up the sublime and sacred path that liberates them through the power of the
臨
connection
街
with
來
me
此
and
有
my
神
Dharma
並
practice.
願像與我關聯
I
力
bring to mind all of the food and clothing that comes from different types of grains,
憑於
vegetables,
正道
fruits,
解救地
sweets, honey,
各
as well as alcohol and
菜
medicine,
果甜食
the many causes for the deaths of sentient beings that arise from the hardships and
皆
efforts of
從
people.
眾生而得來，
I therefore
真
offer
無
everything that I use or
犧
enjoy
牲
to all the Buddhas and
把享用
Bodhisattvas.
之一切，
May this virtue protect all
向
those
諸佛
sentient
菩薩
beings.
眾功德回
I
向，
especially bring to mind the millions of insects who
種植
die in the
開
process
及
of
諸佛
irrigating,
收
planting,
割蔬
fertilizing,
樹谷物，
and harvesting all
編
of our
發
grains,
耕種
fruits,
放
and
屁，
vegetables,
農夫
while
傷
also
田
recalling the many
承
hardships
受
that
苦
endured
痛
by
而不
farmers, merchants,
一
and
念以
laborers.
此心悲動，
May I cultivate the wish to
我
repay
修
the
行
incredible
法慧，
kindness of their love
而
and
報彼
compassion,
得慈愛，
combining all the merit produced by reflecting
本
on
文
this
所顯
prayer with
功
all of
德
the accumulated
三
merit
世
of
其他
myself
所
and
的
others
事，
throughout the three
從
times.
此回向
I
有情
dedicate this
眾，
virtue to the
彼得
sentient
真
beings who
如
have
其
given
壽
their
命，
lives for the
為
food
我
and
作
products
食
that I
受用
use,
物，故彼功德
so that their
其
merits may
廣大，
become vast and they
願
may
我得
follow an
成
excellent
你的
path to
心
liberation.
道
May I
眾
obtain the
諸
supreme
大
state of
慈
Buddha's
受，
four bodies and have the good fortune to guide all sentient beings. By the power of all the Buddhas
願
and
像三
Bodhisattvas
世
of the three
諸佛
times,
菩薩
the
力，
inseparable
真實
truth of the
本性
nature
不
of the
分真實
reality,
相，
and the
憑
infallible
同
truth
組
of
因
cause
果
and
佛相
effect,
理，
may I lead all
眾
beings to
生
the
覺
ultimate
悟
bliss
自
of
樂境。
enlightenment. Thank you.
多謝各位。
Okay. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much, translators and organizers.